Welcome game devs, I'm Nathan and today we're gonna have a look on how to set up a proper development environment for Godot C#. Let's get into it. In this tutorial we will be installing Godot Engine Net, .NET SDK, Visual Studio and the Godot C# extension for Visual Studio. Finally, we will be integrating all this and running Visual Studio Debugger to debug code in Godot C#. All links will be in the description below. We download Godot Engine Net. Then we download .NET SDK. We select the latest version because that way we'll be able to develop also for Android and not only for PC. I know my system is in Spanish and all the prompts are also in Spanish, but don't worry, I'm gonna guide through it. Then we go and download Visual Studio. Okay, we just download the installer. Let's go through it and let it download the whole package. While we're at it, we install .NET SDK. The main reason I'm doing this tutorial is because I got a lot of questions when people are trying to play Godot Arena and they're unable to. And then I realized that their setup is basically for Godot using JavaScript. So I'm doing this in order for everyone to be able to have a proper C# environment. Okay, here we can choose whatever option we like, but as we are developing for C#, I recommend you only to select C# development. As you can see, there are a lot of other options. You can choose whatever you like, but in this case, only development for .NET. Let's go ahead and install it. We're choosing Visual Studios as opposed to other IDEs, mainly because it's the most feature-rich IDE that is free, and because its debugger is really top-notch. Finally, we are done. This prompt is telling us to restart. Please don't forget it, as we'll be restarting later. Now let's go ahead and open Visual Studio for the first time. Now it wants us to either log in or create an account. Just skip for now. And finally, we got Visual Studio open. As you can see, it installed without any error. Okay, and now we need to go ahead and restart the system. And we are back. We got one last thing to install, and that's C# support for Godot. So go ahead. Now just double click and let it install. Remember, this will take a while. And it's done. Let's go ahead and open Visual Studio in order to check that the extension has been properly installed. Again, just like before, continue without code. Now go to Extension, Manage Extension, and install. As you can see, we have Godot extension for C# installed. Now let's go back and uncompress Godot. Okay, we're finally ready, so go ahead and open Godot. Just cancel, maximize this, and we are ready to start a new project. Select new, I'm going to call this test project, and here it is, Godot 4 finally installed on your system with C#. Let's make a 3D scene. I'm going to call this scene main because it's going to be the main scene. And something that people always forget, always save. And we're gonna create the C# project, tools, C#, create C# solution. And that's it. We got our first project on C#. Okay, let's do something with it. Create new folder. We're gonna call this scripts because in this folder we're gonna store all our script. Create new script. Remember to change from this script to C#. I'm gonna call this main because we're gonna attach to our main 3D node of our scene. Open, and now we drag and drop to attach. Let's double click on the script to open it up in Visual Studio. As you can see, this is our main function. As we have the Godot C# extension, we have autocomplete. This is very handy, so we want to hook up on the ready function. Just delete this. We're gonna just print a hello world. Let's compile. Okay, compile finished. Now let's build the solution. And run it. Select. It's asking for our main scene. Yes. The main, open. Okay. Let's take a look at the output, and there it is. You can see hello world. Okay, let's do something more interesting. Let's go debugging. Debug, now deploy with remote debugger. When I hook up this to Visual Studio, so open Visual Studio, debug, go to the bottom, just delete the default profile. We are gonna create a new profile, executable, just paste where Godot executable is. The command line argument will be the path dot amberverse. Work directory is just a dot, and finally click on use remote machine. I always like to rename this to play in Godot, so I know it's already done. Okay, let's test how it's working. Click play in Godot. As you can see, it's hooked up and it's working. Let's stop. When I insert a breakpoint, play in Godot again. And as you can see, our breakpoint is stopping exactly where we put it. You may be wondering why all this is necessary, because you can debug just printing everything. I'm going to show you what it is important, because debugging with prints is really not a very good way to do it. So let's modify the code a bit. I'm gonna insert a for loop, and I'm gonna print on this loop the value of y. So if you expect, it's a simple loop. Now we're gonna make a mistake. We're gonna reset the value of I to 0, so this will be an infinite loop, and I'm going to copy at the end, print exit, and on the start I'm going to print start. Okay, let's compile and run it in Godot. So what do you expect it to happen? You expect to print start and then get into a loop and start printing the value of I 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, infinite, right? Let's check it out. Oh, you see there's nothing there. It's stuck. It's printing absolutely nothing, and you can see it's completely stuck. So let's stop here. Let's go back to Visual Studio. We're going to insert some breakpoint here, the Y, breakpoint on the start, and playing Godot. As you can see, we reached the first breakpoint. We're gonna examine the value of Y, step, and here you can see where it's completely stuck. This is important because the way debugging with proper tools, you're able to see what exactly is happening. And I know this is a simple example, but when your code base gets really complicated, and when something gets stuck and there's nothing on the output, basically you're blind if you don't have a debugger. So I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you learned something, and see you in the next tutorial.